We are back with Dr. Felicity Keough of Keough Chiropractic, and today we're going to be talking with her about exercise, the importance of exercise versus a sedentary life. I've just got to tell you, doctor, that I personally prefer a sedentary life.
Exercise is a 4-letter word to Bridget.
Yes, it is.
It is to a lot of people. Exercise, we could go on and on, but it's so important for so many systems in our body and for our body to remain healthy and strong. What I find in my practice is that people kind of put exercise over here with like healthy living. It's like I'll get to it when I have time kind of thing. And I think that exercise is a lot of times blown up to be thought of as needing to be something more than it really has to be. Which might be why it's a 4-letter word for you. I don't know.
So you mean I don't have to go to the gym 7 days a week for an hour a day?
No. Oh no.
Really?
We all, that's kind of what our society tells us, right?
But you know, my peers that are my age with these ripped abs, and I have some of them too, and they've got some rockin' bodies, and I'm very happy for them, a tad envious. Sure. I don't have it in me to go to the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning every day. I just don't have it in me, and I don't think I ever will, and that's not practical for me. So part of my journey in creating an exercise plan is making it sustainable, and part of that is convenience and practical. Yeah. And I can't quite get there, but I'm working on it. So.
You will. You for sure will. I mean, if you've made all the changes you've made up to now, like, you can totally do this. But I find that a lot of my patients don't exercise because they're busy with their job, their kids. They come home and they rush their kids to soccer practice and they got to make dinner and like there's no time. So I understand that, because I used to be the person that was in the gym for an hour at a time every day, and that's actually not, I don't think that's very healthy. It has to fit into your life. So for what I try to help people with is just starting off by doing like 5 minutes of something. I do 10 minutes of yoga every day, okay? That's just, it's as simple as going to YouTube on your phone and typing in, you know, yoga and finding like really short videos. There's also a channel called Fitness Blender, and they have like anywhere between 5 and 15 minute little videos that you can follow along with and do whatever body workout you want. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
5 to 15?
Yeah.
I could do that. Now, do you know what I found though? When I start working out, like when I wake up one day and say, I'm going to work out today for 10 minutes, then once I get that 10 minutes in, I can actually go longer. It's just getting started with it, right? Because it's not a part of my neural pathways. It's not part of my habits.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And what they say is people who, they've done studies on this, and they say people who exercise for 6 months, like not every day, but consecutively, 3 times a week or multiple times a week, if they do it for 6 months consecutively, they'll never not exercise, because they've built those neural pathways that, basically tell their brain that I feel really good when I exercise. I'm not going to stop doing this because it's benefiting me that much. And exercise does have tremendous benefits to like every body system, but it's just getting started a lot of times is the hardest part.
So for me, there's a lot of challenges in getting started. So most people that follow the channel know that I lost a lot of weight. I lost 60 pounds in less than 8 months under your direction and expertise, which I really appreciate. The last couple months, I've been working exercise into that. And I lost weight and got healthy not by exercising. I didn't exercise at all. I was 1,500 to 3,000 steps a day, and that's really not adequate for my body. I know it's not. So for me, it wasn't about weight loss, but I wanted to create just a healthy body overall. And I was losing a lot of weight, and I felt like I didn't have enough muscle. And so I wanted to capitalize on the benefits of having, a healthy muscle mass. But whenever I started doing that, I ran into a couple challenges. For one, I wasn't eating enough calories. And so I was burning way more now that I started walking for an hour, 4 or 5 times a week. I was burning way more calories. So on those days, I was getting really sick, and I would be sick for 2 or 3 days afterwards, not realizing I wasn't monitoring my caloric intake versus how much I was burning. And then I know you helped me with this, I was off on my electrolytes. So you changed my supplements and helped me with that. But I had a really serious problem with my electrolyte balance. It was causing problems with my heart. I lost vision in one of my eyes. It was really serious. So they thought I had a stroke. And that's what it was. It was my electrolytes were off because I was doing a lot more exercise, but I hadn't changed my intake to accommodate that.
Right, yeah. And that's what we always start when somebody has a lot of weight to lose. I don't really want them doing anything besides walking, and I know you weren't even wanting to do that at that point, but now you are, but which is great. But people going to the gym and doing high impact stuff, if you have weight to lose, probably isn't the best thing for your back and for your knees and hips and everything else. So I always start people with just simple walking is so good for your health. You can really get some good breathing. You have arm swings, you can take wide strides, and walking is just amazing for your health. So that's great that you're doing that. But yeah, you should do it all together, right? So even if you have, I have patients who have 200 pounds to lose. Walking is going to be one of the best things you can do in addition to changing your lifestyle with diet and everything else that we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm. I initially tried to do some strength training where I was having some resistance and lifting some weights and doing some squats and things like that. But because I was still really struggling with the autoimmune disease and it hadn't gone in remission yet, my joints hurt so bad. I couldn't do it comfortably. And then that detoured me from even wanting to do it more. So
exactly. So that's I'm so glad you brought that up, because people, they get on this health kick and they're like, I'm going to do everything. And I'm going to start going to do weightlifting or whatever, working out for an hour. And you get so sore because you haven't done it in however long that you're literally can barely walk for a week, and you just don't want to ever do that again. So that can be really a big deterrent for a lot of people. So I am a huge advocate of working out for even 5 minutes, in the morning, and maybe that means you get up 5 minutes earlier than you do. Everyone can get up 5 minutes earlier than they do now. Everyone can. I don't care what you say. And if it's hard, then go to bed 5 minutes earlier. So getting up 5 minutes and just doing some very basic a plank or jumping jacks, depending on your weight, and we don't want it to hurt your knees. Push-ups, something to get your heart rate up and to get your strength up. You don't need a YouTube channel necessarily, but just something to get your body moving. And that's going to make a huge difference on your stamina, your endurance, your health, and it gets you started. But just 5 minutes is really, they're showing, there's research showing that that's beneficial. That's even more beneficial than going and wasting away at the gym for hours at a time.
Yeah. One of the things that I've noticed is throughout this health journey is listening to myself. And that's so important. And I did start walking most days until my cat got sick recently. The last 3 weeks, I haven't really taken many steps. But before that happened, I was walking, I don't know, 5-6 times a week. And I got that routine kind of in my brain. And I just started out for 15 minutes. I just stopped whatever park was nearby or track or whatever, or even near my home. I just started walking for 15 minutes, and then that went up to 20 and then 30. And now I can comfortably walk for 45 minutes to an hour. And I didn't tell you this. You're gonna be so proud. I guess about a month ago, I was in the park and I had my headphones on and I'm listening to my favorite music. And one of my favorite songs come on, and I just started jogging. And I'm not a jogger. And yay! And I only jogged for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but I started jogging. And then I noticed the next time I went, I jogged a little bit and jogged a little bit longer.
Awesome.
And then I even danced a little bit. So that was good. I think the people at the park thought I was crazy, but I'm moving my body and feeling good about it. Still not real comfortable, but I'm getting there.
Which is great. That's what it takes. It's just making those steps to get started. And just takeaways, like some of the benefits, there's tremendous benefits, not just only like to how you feel and you feel better in your body, but the strength that you're developing in your spine and in your whole body, which is going to help you prevent injuries too. Correct exercise will help you prevent future injuries. It's great for your heart. You're making your heart stronger. It's good for your immune system. It's good for your blood sugar regulation. I mean, exercise has been shown to be tremendous on every body system. So that's awesome that you're doing that.
Thank you. So we will have some assessments and resources in the description of the video if you're more interested in exercise. And if you would like someone to help you along your health journey, don't forget to consider Dr. Felicity Keough with Keough Chiropractic in St. Charles, Missouri. Thank you for joining us.